Hi, this is Judy Mommy Dean, and I'm here today to talk a little bit about how Google search term operators can really improve your web results and help you with doing internet research. Um, I am going to look at the context of exploring the Sustainability Development Goals put forth by the United Nations. And the one that I'm sort of curious about is hunger. In fact, in this example, I'm going to consider what it might be like if I was to assign a task to students to do some internet research that sort of unpacks why certain communities face issues with hunger. So this is like a systems-based thinking approach where I want to connect some dots. So I need to have some pretty good research in order to do that. With that in mind, Google search terms are really going to help us. Now, some of you may know already about using quotation marks. So let's say I want to look at the UN goal of zero hunger, which is the second sustainability goal. And you can see there that already some terms start to come up. So right there, I don't know, it kind of gives me some ideas, but the minute I put those quotation marks in there, you're going to see that it's going to find those exact words or phrases in the Google search. So I'm just going to hit return and let's see what comes up. Here we go. Now you're going to see all of these web results, which there are 529,000 of them, that these are the ones that resulted when I put in quotation marks zero hunger. And you can see they're all related to the UN's goals. Now, what about if I didn't want to learn necessarily about the UN's goals, but I want to learn how do we get rid of hunger? Well, let's say I put down zero hunger or just hunger, and then I'm going to put in the word people living in, and then now I'm going to put an asterisk in here. That asterisk means that it's like a wild card search. So we're not really sure what's going to come up here, but I'm wondering who are the people that are living in hunger in certain communities. So I'm going to hit return. Now we're getting a different sort of results. And you can see this isn't like 2,960 results. And perhaps we might have a little bit more information here that would help us. Now I'm seeing, oh, there's children that are living in hunger. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to no longer use my quotation marks and asterisks, but this time I'm going to use, I'm going to use a minus sign. So I'm going to say children, I'm going to say hunger. But this time I want to make sure, oh, look, the first thing that comes up is Hunger Games. Now, I know Hunger Games is not going to help me. So I'm going to put on hunger minus games. And let's see what comes up. Wikipedia, zero hunger. The latest news. Oh, Hunger Magazine. Uh-oh. That's probably not the best web result either. But you can see it has eliminated my results down to, or filtered my results to, about 500,000. What if I put a hunger minus games plus I want to look at children? So now I'm going to be adding this search term to my results. Let's see what happens. Oh, about 230 results. So I don't have any of the Hunger Games stuff. And now I am learning more about food insecurity and hunger review. Here we go. Hunger and poverty, hungry kids. I think you can sort of see where we're going here and how powerful this could be. So just by adding a minus sign, I eliminate certain search terms. And when I add a plus sign, I add certain elements to my search. Let's say that I'm doing search and everything that comes up are certain websites that are not very helpful. So I want to look at a credible web source like, let's say, the New York Times. So I am going to look at the New York Times And I'm going to put the search term site and then colon, and then put the site name that I want to look at. And now I'm going to put in the idea of child hunger. Let's see what comes up. Now these should all be, my web results, which there's 113 of them, should all be related to the New York Times. And as you can see, when you look at here, it all says New York Times. And then these are all pieces that they have done that are related to children's hunger. And you can see also, there's my search term because I put it in an asterisk. Now, sorry, not asterisks, quotations. So I could also, what would happen if I didn't put them in quotations, but instead did something different? Let's say I put plus instead of that. Can we combine things? Can we combine search operators again? Let's see. Oh, so there you go. That's a little bit different now. So you can see how that would make a marked difference, whether or not you use quotation marks or the plus sign. What if I had put in here, instead of that, I had put, let's try something else. Let's put some parentheses around that, and let's see how that affects it. Okay, you can see a little bit different there. So the parentheses sort of opens up. It's like including these terms, but not limited to these terms. So let's see. What do we got in here? Now, what if I wanted to look at more than one site? So let's say I want to look at more than one website. I know I have a lot of results, but I want to, let's say I'm doing a research project and I need to have at least 3 websites or 3 web sources or 3 sources of information. So now I want to look at another very credible website. I want to use the BBC News one. So I'm going to go to bbc.com. Actually, before I do that, I need to put something in between these 2 search terms. So I'm going to put the word or. So when you capitalize or, then it tells the search that you want to look at New York Times site or the BBC News site. So or is a very important operator that you can use to search for multiple things and for multiple websites. Now I'll show you this one, and then I'll show you what happens when you just use search terms. Okay, so here we got 27,000 results, quite a few, wow. And here, let's go look down. Aha! So now we have BBC is also included in our results as well as the New York Times. So the New York Times was the first one. So you can see that. And then of course inside our parentheses, or we could change the terms here to put down plus children's hunger plus children. Let's put down just children, see what happens. See how that changes? I didn't put the word hunger in there, did I? And now we're looking at completely different sorts of web results. So that's how powerful that could be. Now what if I wanted to put in here, and this has to include the search terms, and hunger, because that's what we're looking at. So there you go. See how that's changing some of it? So we're still looking at those particular websites, but now we're looking at some different elements of hunger that are a part of this web result. So or is an important search operator to let you look for multiple things. And the search term and is a great operator, and it says, I want you to find all of this, and the word hunger should be in the context as well. And you can see not all the time is it precisely the word hunger. Now if I had put that in quotation marks, if I had used maybe parentheses, perhaps that would have been different. Now you can see some other elements as soon as you click into the search bar there that sort of also are some offerings. There's one more search operator that I want to show you. It's called file type. Now file type is, you can see here, they're already offering it to you. Oh, do you want to look for a PDF? Do you want to look for a PowerPoint? Do you want to look for an MP3 player? How about a text card, a doc, an Excel spreadsheet? So if I wanted to look for, let's say I want to find a PDF of, and I'm going to look for world hunger plus the word data in there. Let's see what comes up. Now I'm going to be looking at some very specific data points that are in PDF formats related to my web search here. What about, I don't want, you know what, I don't want that. I want images now. I'm almost terrified to put this in here. Hungry children. Oops, that didn't work. Let's try that again. Let's get rid of the word file type and let's just try the word image. What happens? Aha. So image colon, and then you put that in, and then you get images of hungry children. Very, very sad. What if I wanted to do something with maps? You could look at maps. Let's see what happens now. And then here shows some maps as well. Child food insecurity map. Map, the world's hunger problem. So you can be as specific as you want, and it really eliminates them, the results you might get. And furthermore, you can combine search operator tools to help you really refine what it is that you're looking for. This could be a very powerful way to do web research. And I hope this was helpful. Just to go over, we have talked about quotation marks, the power of using quotation marks in there. You can use minus signs to eliminate things. You could choose to use a plus sign to add web results. You can put in parentheses something that you want to come up into there, but it's not specific to it. You can also add an asterisk to it. That gives you a wildcard result. Make sure the term's next to the word, by the way. And then you can look at specific sites, which I'm not going to do. Let's just see what happens. Okay, so look, I combined four of those terms. Here we have the quotation marks, the minus, the plus, the parentheses, and the wildcard. And you can see we have 123 results. So we can really refine this and filter our web results based upon the search operators that we use. As always, I hope this tutorial was helpful. If you have any questions, you can leave comments below. And thanks so much for listening. I hope you have a great day, and happy Googling to you.